When we think of global trade wars, we often imagine oil, technology, or rare earth minerals. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful weapons in the trade battlefields between United States and China is the humble soybean and the reason pigs. Yes, pigs, not just any pigs, but the 700 million pigs raised in China each year, which consume more soybeans than any other animal on earth. Today we'll deep dive into the fascinating, surprising, at times shocking story of China's pig obsession, soybeans, and how it all ties into the global trade war with the United States. To understand why soybeans matters, we first need to understand China's relationship with pork. Pork is not just food in China, it is cultural, traditions, and even politics. On average, the Chinese eat over 60 kilograms of pork per person per year. That's more than the double the global average, making pork the national meat of China. In fact, Chinese leaders often say if pork prices rise, so does social unrest. This is why pork is considered a strategic food reserve in China, much like the oil reserve in the West. And to produce this much pork, you need a staggering amount of animal feed. Now let's talk about soybean. Conflicting to what some might think, soybeans in China are not imported to make tofu, soya sauce, or soya milk. No, the real reason is pig feed. Soybeans are processed into soybeans meals, high protein feeds that helps pig grow big and fat quickly. Without soybean, China's pig farms simply cannot survive. Currently, China imports over 100 million tons of soybeans every year, making it the largest soybean importer in the world. But here's the twist: 85% of those soybeans now come from Brazil. Why? Let's rewind to the US-China trade war. In 2018, tension between Washington and Beijing exploded into a full-scale trade war. The United States accused China of unfair trade practices, intellectual property theft, and currency manipulation. President Donald Trump imposed tariffs on Chinese goods worth hundreds of millions of dollars. China hit back, and one of its biggest weapons was agriculture. China placed huge tariffs on American soybeans, effectively shutting US farmers out of their biggest market. Why soybean? Because the US is the one of the largest soybean producers, and China was its biggest customer. By targeting soybeans, Beijing aimed straight at Trump's rural political base, the American farmers who impressively supported him. So if China stopped buying soybeans from the US, where did it come from? It's Brazil. Brazil is the world's second largest soybean producers. With US soybeans under tariffs, Brazilian farmers became the winners, selling a record amount of soybeans to China. Today, Brazil supplies around 85% of China's soybean. The shift wasn't just about price, it was revenge politics. China wanted to make sure America felt the pain of tariff while keeping its own pork supply chain alive. But China's pork obsession faced a massive crisis in 2018 and 2019. African swine fever swept across China, killing over 200 million pigs. Pork prices skyrocketed, shortages spread, and the Chinese government has to release frozen pork reserves to stabilize the market. This crisis reminded China of just how susceptible it was when it comes to food security. It was reinforced the need to secure reliable soybean imports, even if that meant causing up to Brazil and cutting off America. Some might wonder why Why doesn't China just grow its own soybean? The answer lies in land use. China uses its farmland to grow staple foods like rice, wheat and corn. Soybeans need less food per acre compared to this grain. So instead of growing soybeans domestically, China imports them while reserving its land for other essential crops. The story is not just about pigs and soybean. It's about global power. For the US, soybeans became a political pawn in its trade war with China. For Brazil, soybeans turned into a golden opportunity to dominate agriculture exports. For China, soybean became a matter of national security, ensuring its people had enough pork to eat. Food has always been a powerful tool in politics, but in today's interconnected world, soybean might be one of the most important crops shaping global geopolitics. Looking ahead, several questions remains. Number 1, will China continue to rely on Brazil, or will it diversify its imports from places like Argentina, Russia or even Africa? Number 2, can biotechnology such as genetically modified crops reduce China's dependence on imports? Number 3, and mostly importantly, will the world ever see another soybean trade war between Washington and Beijing? One thing is certain, as long as pork remains the heart of the Chinese diet, soybean will remain at the heart of China's global trade strategy. So the next time you hear about tariffs, trade wars or global markets, remember this: it might not be oil technology or politics, it might just be pigs and soybeans. This is the story of China's pig obsession, soybean and the trade war with the United States, a story where food, politics and power collide.